Salutations readers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkechi and this is giving my mid-year media reflections 2026 edition. As you can see here, I am house sitting again. If you look right here, we have Dakota right here. Y'all are familiar with her. So, definitely have watched less this year and thanks to going back to school. But I think it's still enough that I can answer my usual questions. I will link previous last year's video in the video description down below, and you can definitely do something like this yourself as well. Just tag me, let me know, credit me, of course. And as far as like watching movies, I've mostly just been watching movies by just like borrowing the DVD from my library or like have it streamed. I have not actually really gone to the theater to watch any movies, so actually one of my goals for the rest of the year is to actually go into theaters to watch a new movie. Alright, y'all, let's get right into it. Let's start with the very first question, which is the best movie or TV show you have seen so far. And so far, the best movie I have watched is Wake Up Dead Men 2025. This is the third movie in the Knives Out series. And I'm having a really good time with this series, and I really love this sequel, the third one. I did enjoy like Glass Onion when I watched it, I think last year, but Wake Up Dead Man is just a different vibe. It's more of like a religious focus, but I actually really like the way that the director, who's also the screenwriter, went about the story. And I really like seeing Benoit Blanc as well, how he solved the mystery in this one. I don't know, I just really like the vibe in this one. Now, as far as best sequel you've seen so far, technically speaking, that is Wake Up Dead Man 2025. That's just the same thing, but I don't have anything else to really replace this question, so I'm gonna kind of skip it. Question number 3, new release you haven't seen yet but want to. I have 3 movies that I have yet to see that I really want to. One of them is The Drama 2026. This was with Robin Patterson and Zendaya. I've seen people who have watched this and definitely enjoyed it and very shocked by it. I am technically familiar with the twist, but I'm going to kind of make myself to not really remember it. And I don't really know the full context of that twist. So even though technically I've been spoiled by the twist, I'm still interested in watching this movie. I'm also curious about Is God Is 2026 as well. This one I think was coming out in theaters in the past month or so. So maybe I'll have a chance to still watch it in theaters if it's still out in theaters where I live. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really remember what this is really about. I just saw the poster and I just thought to myself, well, black cinema, so might as well watch it. Look, sometimes I don't need to really know what the movie is about for me to watch a movie, okay? And then, of course, Toy Story 5 2026, like, duh. I've seen every single one of the Toy Story movies, and I loved every single one of them. Every single one of them. There's not been a single miss so far. Now, granted, there are different things I can critique for each one of them for sure, but like, they haven't missed, in my personal opinion. And I'm very curious to watch Toy Story 5 and see what I think about it. As I've seen people, I think now that they've settled on the fact that we are getting more Toy Story sequels, I think they are starting to come into a little bit more of an open mind with Toy Story 5 than they did with Toy Story 4. Because a lot of people out there were really hating on Toy Story 4, and I did not appreciate it at all. I did not appreciate. Question 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have 2, and they're just animated. I don't really have any live action that I'm really looking forward to for the rest of the year, just animated. One is Forgotten Island, that is from DreamWorks. This one comes out, I think, in September. Yeah, late September. This one, I think, is directed by a Filipino person, and I think it deals with like Filipino mythology and stuff. This is a story of 2 friends, and they basically are doing with like growing up and a coming of age tale, where I think one of them, if I remember from the trailer, one of them is deciding to leave the Philippines to go to US for school, and the other is basically deciding to just stay in the Philippines, and they have like one last night together as friends before, I don't think, they get sucked into a portal to the place called the Forgotten Island. I don't know how we got all there. That's just what I remember from the trailer, okay? Also, I really want to watch Hexed, which is Disney's Thanksgiving movie. This one I've seen basically where there's a young girl who's just seems like an oddball out in her peer group, where she finds out that she has magical powers, that she's basically a witch. And I think she somehow goes into like a whole different world, like a world of witches, I think. That's kind of it. It seems like another coming of age tale, but a lot more singular. And yeah, that's really all I know about it, but it looks really interesting. The teaser trailer is the only thing that's available right now. There's no official trailer for it yet. and we don't have like a full like an actual true synopsis for the movie, but that's basically all I got from the teaser alone. I'm just very curious to see what I would think about Hexed. Question 5, biggest disappointment. Batman Ninja 2018. That was fucking disappointing because my mom and I, we literally watched it together and we were like, what is this movie? Like, we really thought like Batman and combine that with anime, you know, it'd be cool. But like, honestly, it just took in a weird direction. It was not good. Thankfully, I borrowed the DVD from my library, but yeah, that was a major miss. All right, question number 6 is biggest surprise. And I have 2, actually. One of them is Portrait of a Lady on Fire, 2019. This one is a French film that deals with a sapphic love story. I really like this one. The cinematography is not like maybe visually appealing or aesthetic, but I think it's very purposeful and also direct and intentional. And I also really liked the screenplay. I think I really liked the acting from the lead actresses as well. I don't know, I think it's just really well put together of a film. I will also say the same thing with also Rafiki 2018. This one is a sapphic love story as well. Except that it also deals with a bit of homophobia since this takes place in Kenya as well. And it is definitely a film that I feel like more people should also watch, especially if you're interested in watching some sapphic/lesbian media. I will let you know though, it's kind of short. I really wish it was longer, but I really enjoyed it. Question number 7, favorite new director or showrunner, debut or new to you? I don't really have any, to be quite honest. There isn't really particularly any like directors that I'm just like, oh yeah, you're new to me or your debut, and you're like, I'm totally here for it. Like, I will love to watch more of. I mean, technically speaking, maybe the director for Rafiki, but like, I don't think they really have any other films, so yeah, I don't really have anything really. Question number 8, movie or TV show that emotionally moved me. Only Yesterday, 1991. This is a Studio Ghibli film, so of course, they're always emotional, they're always getting the feels. But this one, I really liked Only Yesterday because it was like coming of age and like with 2 timelines, where one timeline, the main character is like 27, 28 years old, and then we go back to the time when she was like 10 years old. And I just really like the way that we kind of like blend between the 2 timelines, and also how those 2 timelines also like overlap with each other, as far as like growing pains, getting older, and also learning things more about life and also about relationships and romance and stuff like that. Question number 9, a movie or TV show that made you happy. I'm going to say Hoppers 2026. This is Pixar's newest film for the year, and man, this one was weird, y'all. Actually, it could be one of my bigger surprises, but honestly, it was weird. We're doing like a passionate, sometimes annoying main character, but she's very much passionate and determined as well to basically save this glade from basically being destroyed because the mayor wants to have a spot where he can create a highway unnecessarily, really, truthfully. And like, she somehow gets her mind synced into the body of a robotic beaver. It also gets really weird. Like, I'm telling you, it's weird, but it's so funny to me. So I really had a great time watching it. And if you have not done so already, it's already available on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch it on there. Question number 10, favorite adaptation you have seen. I have The Count of Monte Cristo 2024. That one was really good. And we have Frankenstein 2025, which I know I kind of give shit for it a little bit, but I definitely have grown up to appreciate it. And actually, this is those 2 films I have already mentioned in my mid-year book tag, so definitely check out that video for more thoughts. Those adaptations I think were really, really solid, and I definitely recommend y'all watching it, even though it has a couple departures from the book. I mean, I know for sure Frankenstein 2025 departure from the original novel, but I think it brings something new to it. And then Count of Monte Cristo 2024 I think has really just elevated what I think could happen in the novel. And it definitely made me even more intrigued to read the novel. That's what I have for my favorite adaptations. Now we're going to go to question number 11, where it's time for my least favorite adaptations. Unfortunately, I watched these ones earlier this year, so I guess it's interesting to know that I end up finding terrible movies early and then I find the better ones later, I guess. First up, we have Dogman 2025. This one I think is available on Netflix. This is literally the adaptation of a graphic novel series with Dogman, and I've never read the Dogman books ever as a kid, but I kind of felt like it had the same energy and appeal as like the Captain Underpants books, but just different. And I felt like the story of Dogman 2025 was just drawn out from what it actually is. I feel like it's also a mixture of a couple books probably from the Dogman book series into this one movie, because I felt like we had like 3 different plots in one movie, and I'm just like, what right now? Like, why is this still going? Like, I thought it was way too long for what it was. There's just not enough stakes to keep going. And another one that also I think kind of sucked was People We Meet in Vacation 2026. Like, I rated the movie the same as I rated the original book, but I feel like there was something missing from the 2026 Netflix adaptation that I'm just like, you know, if I reread the book, I think I probably would enjoy it more than what I'm watching from the movie. Like, the movie still gave that typical rom-comness as any other rom-com movie, and I feel like the chemistry between the two lead actor and actress are, like, pretty good, so I think that kept my attention the entire time. But other than that, I think it was a pretty mid movie. So as an adaptation, I'm just like, it was kind of mid. Now, granted, though, I also thought that People Moving, the actual book by Emily Henry, was also kind of mid. So, what do I know? Question number 12. Most beautiful cinematography / set design you've seen. For sure, Frankenstein 2025. I think it actually did win the Oscar for, I can't remember if it was cinematography, set design, maybe it was both. Okay, so looking at it now, Best Production Design went to Frankenstein, which I think was very appropriate. Best Costume Design also went to Kate Hawley, who did the costuming work for Frankenstein. Best Makeup and Hairstyling also went to Frankenstein. So as far as the actual visual appearance of Frankenstein, yeah, I would say. Now, as far as cinematography, I mean, I definitely will have to agree with the fact that Sinners won that one. Sinners definitely have the best cinematography. As far as set design, though, technically speaking, it's still Frankenstein. So Frankenstein still fits for this one. Now, as far as, I guess, more of the cinematography of it all, this is for an animated movie, actually, and it's Flow 2024. I actually finally watched it, and it was really good, y'all. Y'all really should watch Flow. I really like the fact that there's absolutely no dialogue, and it's kind of some like weird magical stuff that's going on, so I don't fully understand what really happened in the film, but I really like the vibe, and I really like the way that it was also animated as well. I can't remember the actual software, but I think it's one of the cheaper animation softwares that you could like animate a movie, and the fact that this movie won Best Animated Feature Film in 2025, I think is like truly amazing. And I really love it for just that category as far as the Oscars. So I'm really glad that movie won in 2025, even though I really wanted a different movie to win in 2025. But it's fine, though. It is truly fine. And I really did enjoy this one. Question number 13. What movies or TV shows do you need to watch by the end of the year? I think I only have movies left that I really want to watch. One of them is Hamnet 2025. I do own the DVD, so I really want to watch it, especially since it was nominated for couple things for the Oscars. I don't know if it won anything. Oh, yes, it did. The Best Actress award went to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. I think she's the one who acted for, what was main girl's name? Not Anne Hathaway. That's the real life person, the real life wife of Shakespeare. What was her name? Agnes? Yeah, that's her name. Agnes from Hamnet. Yeah, Jessie Buckley played as Agnes in Hamnet, and I think that's the only thing Hamnet won. So I definitely need to watch it. Especially since it's one of those, it's a book to film adaptation, and I loved reading the book. So I'm hopeful that I will enjoy the adaptation because I do own the DVD. So I hope I like it. And then I still have Intergalactic 2022 to watch. That's available on Netflix. I don't know what's taking me so long to watch this movie. At least I think it's a movie, but I really want to watch it. I'm just dragging my feet to watch it. I really should try to just force myself just to watch it, just to put it on, you know? Just rip the Band-Aid at this point. Take it forever and a day, drag my feet watching this one. Mark my words, y'all. I'll watch both those movies before the end of the year. Okay, mark my words. Anyways, y'all, that is it. That is the end of this mid-year media reflection kind of check-in. It's not really, it's a tag. I mean, y'all could do this video if y'all really want to. Anyways, like this video if you like it. Comment down below your answers to any of these questions if you don't want to make a video yourself or post about it or anything like that. You can answer any of these questions. Also, you can even include your opinions on some of the movies that I've also watched. Were there any adaptations that y'all have watched that y'all have really loved or really hated? I don't know. Y'all let me know about the adaptation stuff because clearly I've been finding myself pretty intrigued in watching adaptations lately. Also, if you like my vibe, you like my videos, and you want to see more from me, definitely recommend subscribing if you've not done so already. Now, if you made this far in the video, you're not sure what to say, but you want to leave me an emoji and let me know you're here, you got to leave me a film strip emoji, of course, for a video like this. Anyways, thank you again for watching this video, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye!